These words are not meant as a casual prediction or a poetic phrase to catch your attention. They are a signal, a declaration, a whisper from heaven that this year ahead is unlike anything you have known before. When we say that 2025 will be like a movie, we are not simply talking about drama, plot twists, or unexpected scenes. We are speaking about the sense of destiny unfolding, the way your story will play out with moments of suspense, surprise, and breakthrough that feel scripted by something greater than you. You are not walking into an ordinary season. You are walking into a year where the chosen will watch their lives unfold as though the unseen director has decided to reveal the bigger picture all at once. Every delay, every silence, every prayer you thought went unanswered has been woven into this larger narrative. And now it is time to see the scenes come alive. Life has always been a journey of moments, but there are certain times when the atmosphere shifts, when the timing feels different, and when heaven presses closer. 2025 holds that energy for you. It is the kind of year where events align in ways you could not have planned, where conversations lead to doors you did not expect, and where endings you feared become the openings you were waiting for. To call it like a movie is to acknowledge that it will not be predictable. There will be moments of tension, but there will also be moments of resolution so beautiful that they feel orchestrated with precision. And in those moments, you will know that you were never forgotten, that your story has always been guided, and that even the hardest chapters were part of leading you here. For many chosen ones, the past seasons have felt heavy, full of trials that stretched their faith and tested their endurance. You may have felt like you were stuck in a cycle, reliving the same struggles without breakthrough. Yet, what you could not see is that these struggles were the setup for the next act of your story. Just as in a movie, the most difficult moments often come before the turning point, your past seasons were shaping the strength, wisdom, and resilience you will need for what is about to unfold. 2025 is not a repeat of the past. It is the revelation of why the past had to happen. The pain, the waiting, the disappointments, all of them were chapters, and now the climax is near. The heavenly window of this year invites you to see not only with your eyes, but with your spirit, because the plot is not random, it is intentional. You may already be sensing the stirrings of change. Perhaps it comes as restlessness, as the feeling that something bigger is about to arrive. Perhaps it is the sudden opportunities that seem to come from nowhere, or the clarity you gain in decisions that once felt impossible. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the atmosphere around you has shifted. When 2025 unfolds like a movie, it will bring both endings and beginnings, but each one will be purposeful. The chosen are never left wandering aimlessly. They are guided by timing, and this year the timing is sharp, clear, and undeniable. If you pay attention, you will notice the signals. If you listen closely, you will recognize the voice guiding you into the scenes that have been waiting to play out. Think of it this way. In every powerful story, the hero must pass through moments of doubt, fear, and loss before stepping into their true role. You, chosen one, have already walked through those moments. What comes next is not more wandering, but revelation. The movie of your life is reaching a point where the pieces align, where the lessons turn into wisdom, and where the brokenness becomes the foundation of strength. 2025 will be like a movie because it will not leave you where you began. It will carry you into a chapter that reveals the purpose behind everything you endured. And when you look back, You will realize that nothing was wasted, that every delay was preparation, and that the timing is perfect now. If you are listening right now, I want you to understand the importance of being present until the very end of this message. Do not let distractions pull you away, because what will be revealed in the flow of these words could be the confirmation your spirit has been waiting for. As you remain here, I ask you to do something powerful. Release your most sincere wishes into the atmosphere. Take the time to write them in the comments, not casually, but with intention, and seal them with 737. This number has become a symbol of alignment, of divine timing, of the perfection of heaven's orchestration. By writing it, you are declaring that your wishes are not just hopes, but seeds being planted into fertile ground. Let this act become your offering, your alignment, your agreement with what heaven is doing. And as you do, remember to subscribe, because this journey is not one you are meant to walk alone. Each message is a piece of the unfolding story, and your connection here keeps you aligned with it. Now, let us return to the mystery and weight of 2025. This year will not be ordinary. It will feel like watching your own life play out in scenes that could have been written for a film, so sharp and so vivid that you will look back and wonder how everything aligned so perfectly. There will be unexpected shifts, chapters closing suddenly, doors opening without warning, people entering your path with timing that could only be described as orchestrated. Like a movie, the flow will not always be predictable, but it will always serve the larger purpose of your story. Each twist, each delay, each sudden breakthrough is part of a narrative that heaven has been weaving quietly all along. The chosen ones have been living through seasons that felt repetitive, as though the script was stuck on the same scene. But 2025 signals a shift in the narrative. The pause button is released, and the story begins to accelerate again. You will begin to see why certain things had to be delayed, why some people had to leave, and why some battles had to last longer than you wished. The heavenly window of this year is about revealing context. A good film does not show you every answer from the beginning. It builds suspense. It draws you through moments of uncertainty until the reveal comes and you finally understand why everything happened the way it did. That is what 2025 will feel like. The chosen will see pieces fall into place, connections form, and meaning revealed where there was once only confusion. This is not to say that the year will be without challenge. Even the greatest stories have moments of tension, moments where it feels like all hope is lost. But remember, in every powerful film, those moments are not the end. They are the turning points. They are the catalysts that launch the characters into their true destiny. In the same way, what may look like endings in 2025 will actually be redirections. What may feel like losses will become the evidence that something greater is on its way. The chosen ones will look back and realize that the scenes of struggle were necessary because they shaped the strength needed for the victory that followed. You may find yourself living in moments that feel surreal, as though you are stepping outside of ordinary time and into a sequence of events too precise to be coincidence. Pay attention to these moments. They are signs of the heavenly window opening, signs that heaven is turning the page of your story. The key is not to panic when the unexpected happens, but to trust that the director of your life knows the ending. You do not need to see the final scene to trust the process. You need only to keep moving forward with faith. So as 2025 unfolds, remember that your story is not random. It has structure, it has meaning, it has layers you cannot always see at first glance. And when the time comes, those layers will be revealed. The chosen ones will walk through this year not as spectators, but as participants in a story far greater than themselves. This is why 2025 will be like a movie, because it will not just be life happening, it will be destiny being revealed scene by scene. There are seasons in life when the ordinary rhythm is interrupted, when the chosen ones realize they are not just moving through days, but stepping into a carefully written script. 2025 is one of those seasons. To describe it as like a movie is to capture the way events will carry a cinematic quality, unexpected scenes, breathtaking turns, and revelations that tie together the chapters you once thought were separate. For years, you may have felt like your story was fragmented, scattered. Many chosen ones have lived with a quiet sense of waiting. They felt they were made for something greater, but the path was unclear. They endured seasons of silence where heaven seemed distant and nothing in the natural world pointed to change. These were not wasted years. They were the background scenes being prepared before the spotlight turned on. A movie does not reveal its climax in the first act. It builds tension, it shapes the character, it sets the stage so that when the breakthrough comes, it carries maximum impact. In the same way, the trials and delays of your past were not punishment, they were preparation. 2025 marks the moment when that preparation begins to pay off, when the chosen step into the scenes that reveal why they had to endure what they did. Think about the way stories are written. The most powerful films have characters who transform, who discover their strength in moments of weakness, who uncover their purpose when all seems lost. That is the journey of the chosen ones. When we say this year will be like a movie, it means you will see transformation in yourself and in those around you that feels too extraordinary to explain in ordinary terms. A heavenly window opens in 2025 that allows clarity, acceleration, and revelation to come all at once. You may feel like you are walking into a new scene with every step, guided by timing that seems too precise to be accidental. That is because it is not accidental. It is divine alignment. There will also be challenges. Just as a movie requires conflict to move the story forward, your journey in 2025 will not be free of obstacles. But these obstacles will carry purpose. They will not exist to break you down, but to elevate you, to reveal strengths you did not know you carried. And unlike the challenges of past years that felt endless, the challenges of this year will be accompanied by breakthrough. Each trial will quickly reveal its reward. Each closed door will lead to a new opening. The pace will accelerate, and the chosen will recognize that they are no longer trapped in cycles, but propelled forward into their calling. This year will bring divine connections. Just as a story introduces characters at the right moment to move the plot forward, you will see new people arrive in your life who carry significance. Some will come to support you, some will come to sharpen you, and others will come to open doors you could not open yourself. Pay attention to these encounters because they will not be random. Like in a film, where every character serves the story, each person you meet in 2025 will have a role to play. Discernment will be key. Not everyone is meant to stay, but everyone will carry meaning. The chosen ones must learn to embrace those meant to align while gracefully releasing those whose part in the story has ended. As the year unfolds, you may even feel moments of déjà vu, as though you are reliving something you once dreamed or envisioned. This is another sign of divine timing, when heaven confirms that the visions planted in your heart long ago are now becoming reality. A movie script often foreshadows its ending with glimpses early on. In the same way, dreams, signs, and inner impressions you once received were foreshadowings of what is now arriving. 2025 will bring the realization that what you glimpsed in fragments is now being revealed in full. The chosen are invited to watch carefully, to live intentionally, and to trust the unfolding. This is not the year to give up, to shrink back, or to settle for less. It is the year to embrace the fact that your life is carrying a story worth telling, a story worth remembering, a story that heaven itself is orchestrating scene by scene. 2025 will indeed be like a movie, and you are not an extra in the background. You are the one written into the center of the story. The journey of the chosen ones is never random, and 2025 will be the year when many finally realize this truth. To say it will be like a movie is to capture the sense of orchestration, the way each scene of your life will suddenly connect to the next with a rhythm that feels too intentional to ignore. For years, you may have felt as if you were walking in circles, unsure of why certain challenges repeated or why delays seemed endless. But when the narrative shifts, the repetition ends and acceleration begins. That is what this year represents, a breaking of cycles and the beginning. In many ways, the chosen have already been living in the quiet preparation stage of their story. Like characters who spend the early part of a film facing struggles that shape them, you have been refined in silence. Perhaps people doubted you, overlooked you, or even mocked your persistence. But every tear, every hidden battle, every moment you refused to quit was part of the refining process. And now, the heavenly window of 2025 swings open, not to reward you with mere comfort, but to reveal purpose. The chosen will finally begin to understand why they had to endure certain storms, because those very storms carved the strength required to carry the blessing. Expect the unexpected this year. Just as a movie introduces surprising twists that change everything, 2025 will bring sudden shifts. Relationships may transform, careers may redirect, dreams you thought were dead may rise again. Some of these changes will be uncomfortable at first, because the chosen are asked to release what no longer fits in order to step in to what is waiting. But do not mistake discomfort for loss. Often, the plot must close one chapter before the next can begin. Endings are not punishment, they are proof that the story is moving forward. One of the most powerful elements of this year will be clarity. Where confusion once clouded your path, light will break through. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will emerge, and decisions that once felt overwhelming will suddenly become clear. This clarity is not random. It is the result of divine timing. In every great story, there comes a moment when everything falls into place, when the hero realizes their purpose, when the audience understands the reason behind every earlier scene. That is what the chosen will experience in 2025. The moments that once felt meaningless will be revealed as necessary steps that carried you here. You may find that certain people appear in your life at exactly the right moment. Some will come as mentors, others as allies, and still others as challenges designed to sharpen you. Every connection will serve the narrative. Be discerning, because not all are meant to stay, but all will play their part. In a film, every character introduced has a role in the story, whether to push the hero forward or to test their resolve. 2025 will be no different. Some people will exit, and their departure will hurt, but their absence will make room for the ones who carry the keys to your next chapter. The chosen must also remember that their story is bigger than themselves. Just as in a movie, the hero's journey often inspires or saves others, your breakthrough this year will not be only for you. The lessons you've carried, the strength you've gained, and the wisdom you've earned are meant to be shared. Your unfolding story will touch others, often without you realizing it. A conversation, a testimony, or even your quiet perseverance will become the spark that gives someone else the courage to keep going. That is the beauty of a divine script. It is never just about one life, but about the ripple effect it creates. 2025 will bring moments that feel surreal, moments when you stop and wonder if you are dreaming. Pay attention to those moments. They are signs that heaven is confirming your steps. In the silence of the past, you may have doubted if anything would change. But this year, those doubts will fade as evidence begins to appear. Like a movie where the scenes grow more intense and purposeful as the climax approaches, your life will carry that same momentum. You are not approaching the end of your story. You are approaching the turning point. Every great story reaches a moment when the pace changes, when events accelerate, and the main character is thrust into situations that demand courage, clarity, and action. For the chosen ones, 2025 is exactly that moment. Life will not move in the slow rhythm of previous years. It will feel as though the scenes are unfolding one after another, building intensity like the middle of a powerful movie. What once felt stagnant will suddenly feel alive, filled with movement and energy. You will sense that you are no longer wandering aimlessly, but being guided into chapters that make sense, even if you cannot see the whole picture yet. This acceleration will not always feel comfortable. Just like you may find that this year tests your faith in ways you did not expect. There will be moments when you feel stretched, when the leap you are asked to take feels impossible. But that is how the best stories are written. The character cannot grow without risk, and you cannot step into destiny without courage. The difference is that unlike a fictional script, your life has already been authored by heaven itself. The outcome is not in doubt. You may not see every detail yet, but the story has already been declared victorious. That is why 2025 will feel surreal. It will feel like watching the script unfold in real time, with scenes that remind you you are not alone and that your steps are divinely guided. There will also be moments of deep relief. After long periods of silence, doors will open. After seasons of struggle, you will feel release. After years of waiting, breakthroughs will begin to manifest. These moments will feel cinematic, like the climax of a movie when everything finally turns in the hero's favor. You will stand in awe, realizing that what once felt impossible is now happening before your eyes. These are not random blessings. They are the direct result of divine timing. The chosen have carried enough weight, and now the story is shifting in their favor. Relationships will play a significant role in this unfolding. Just as a movie brings new characters into the story at the right time, you will meet people this year who carry keys to your next chapter. Some will encourage you, some will open opportunities, and some will challenge you to grow. Every connection will have a purpose. Be discerning and trust your spirit to guide you in recognizing who is meant to walk with you and who was only meant for a season. Do not mourn what ends. Understand that every exit makes space for the right entrance. The heavenly orchestration of 2025 ensures that nothing will be wasted. Pay attention to signs, impressions, and even dreams during this year. The chosen are given glimpses of what is to come, foreshadowings of the next scene in their story. A movie often hints at its conclusion early on, and in the same way, you may find that visions you carried years ago begin to resurface now with clarity. These are confirmations that the time has arrived. Trust them, move with them. Do not dismiss them as coincidence, because the chosen do not live by chance. They live by design. This is a year to embrace your role, to stop hiding in the background, and to accept that your story is unfolding with purpose. 2025 will be like a movie, not because it is entertainment, but because it carries the weight of destiny, the rhythm of alignment, and the beauty of scenes that reveal the meaning behind everything you endured. When the credits of this year roll, you will not be the same. You will be transformed, elevated, and prepared for even greater things ahead. As this message draws to a close, let your heart hold on to one truth: your story is not over. 2025 is not just another year. It is the chapter where the pieces finally begin to make sense. When we say it will be like a movie, it is because your life will carry a rhythm that feels scripted by something greater than yourself. The suspense, the challenges, the sudden breakthroughs, all of them will unfold with divine precision. And while you may not know every scene ahead, you can trust the director of your life has already written a victorious ending. There will be moments this year when you pause in awe, realizing you are living in answered prayers. There will be days when doors swing wide open and you step into places you once only dreamed of. There will be encounters that feel too timely to be random, and moments of clarity that confirm you are on the right path. Yes, there may still be battles, but they will not consume you. They will refine you, push you forward, and prove to you once again that you were chosen not just to survive, but to rise. The beauty of this season is that your story will inspire others. Just as the hero of a film lights courage in those who watch, your life will become a testimony of resilience, faith, and divine timing. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your journey. Each step you take into alignment will not only transform you, but also spark hope in those connected to you. This is the purpose, so step into 2025 with courage. Embrace the unknown with faith and confidence. Release what no longer belongs to your story and walk boldly into what heaven has prepared. The heavenly window of this year has opened, and it is waiting for your response with urgency and expectation. This is your time to rise higher than ever before. Your time to see the hidden meaning behind the past. Your time to embrace the radiant future that has been patiently waiting for you. When you look back, you will say with certainty, it truly was like a movie, full of unexpected twists, breathtaking revelations, divine victories. The journey we've walked through in this message is not just words on a screen. It is a reflection of what is about to unfold in your life. Every season of waiting, every unanswered prayer, every hidden battle was not wasted. It was the foundation being laid for what comes next. 2025 is not calling you to survive. It is calling you to step fully into who you were always meant to be. The heavenly window that has opened is more than an opportunity. It is an invitation to rise, to see your past through new eyes, and to embrace a future brighter than anything you have imagined. This is your time to breathe deeply, to release the weight of yesterday, and to trust the timing of heaven. Step forward with courage, even if your steps tremble. Walk boldly, even if the path feels unfamiliar. The chosen are never abandoned. They are carried, guided, and strengthened at the very moment they feel weakest. And now, your strength is returning, your vision is sharpening, and your destiny is calling louder than ever. When you look back on this year, you will not see wasted pain. You will see transformation. You will not see endless delays. You will see perfect timing.